Here I am at the Trading and Investing Expo. I have with me Louise Bedford, and we're going to be talking about a very interesting subject, the effects of trading on your marriage. Louise, welcome to Dollars with Sense here at the Expo.
Great to be back with you, Dallas.
Now, before we start talking about marriage and trading, what do you actually do at Trading Game?
I'm the director of tradinggame.com.au, along with my business partner, Chris Tate. So we look after a group of traders who want to achieve more in life. So we run a mentor program to help people trade every instrument over every time frame, but where they develop their own trading plan, and we stick with them for life.
So you actually teach them how to do this?
Yes, exactly.
That must be very expensive.
It's extremely fulfilling, because I think what happens is that everybody inside them has a passion. And a lot of people's passion being trading, if you don't have the right support and you don't have the right mentor, it can be very expensive for people. But if you've got somebody to guide you, then really the expense goes out of it, and it ends up being just a lovely journey.
Now, as I've been walking up and down the aisles here, I don't see a lot of husband and wives. It'll be either the men or the women, so they can't all be divorced or separated, can they? So when it comes to trading as a couple and you're under the one house using the same pot of money, what sort of things happen in a marriage?
Look, there are a few dynamics that occur. I think a lot of times when you come into a marriage, you have different expectations. And one of the things that trading brings out in people is that people's money scripts are different. So the things that they talk to themselves about money, the things they say inside their very own head, varies from their spouse. So when you have an area where his expectations are here for his earning potential and her expectations are here, you have friction, or vice versa.
Yes.
Trading brings this out in couples with monotonous regularity. It can really provide a focus for the marriage, and it can be difficult because they often don't like what they see in the other.
So also to have a lot to do with their risk profiles as well.
For sure, for sure.
So how would I sit down with my partner and work this out?
I think one of the key pieces of advice is that really they need to discuss their boundaries with it. One of the things I said to my husband before he started trading was that if I lose 25% of our money, then I will stop trading and consult a higher authority. And that's really good because it mitigates the fear that he was feeling about me trading.
So, but you're an expert.
Now, but when I was starting to trade,
yes,
of course it was a tricky situation as well, because being the woman and him being the man, I guess there was a protection there involved, that he didn't want me to be hurt.
That you wanted to protect him?
That he wanted to protect me,
really?
so that I wasn't hurt by things that occurred. And also, when I started earning more than my actual income, my salary from my job, there was a threat there, because the woman earning more than the man can sometimes be a difficult situation.
Well, I can tell you from my own experience, if my wife earned more than me, I'd be wrapped. Just keep on adding the noughts.
Yeah, look, I wish that more people were like you, Dallas, but sometimes that can be threatening. So trading can screw up a marriage if you let it. I think it's important to have the right people to rely on for support and to know where to go to next if you run into trouble.
Well, I'd like to let my darling wife know, if you're watching, Julie, you know I love you lots. If you want to go out there and earn a few million more, please go ahead and do so. Louise thinks that some guys are threatened, but trust me, darling, I won't be. Now, getting back to this, what sort of strategies should we be implementing and sitting down with our husbands or our wives or our partners, whichever way it goes these days, to make sure that we're on the same page?
Well, firstly, to ascertain whether the other person is interested at all. Maybe they do have a burgeoning interest that you haven't actually geared towards satisfying. So I think that's the first step, an equal and open conversation to find out whether that spouse has an interest in the market.
So what happens if they don't?
If they don't, then I think that's fine and you should honour that. You need to find your own support group, go outside that relationship to be able to find people to believe in your dreams and goals, and stop sharing so much with your spouse about what you think might happen. You know, I think a lot of spouses have been disappointed by their trader in the market where they say, I'm going to leave my job in a year and we're going to move to an island and I'm going to buy you a boat and a car. When that doesn't happen, there is a letdown, a disappointment. So to not say that to their spouse, I think, is a very good step, and find areas to support them in their aspirations elsewhere.
Okay, so you still stay with the same partner, and you agree that you're going to spend $5 or $5,000 or whatever the case may be in an investing strategy, and from there we take that money and we go and get another group of people and we talk about the best ways to invest and strategise to make money and hopefully not lose too much money.
Yes, and I do think one of the things there is to make sure that in the areas of overlap in a marriage, like these are her responsibilities, these are his, in the area of overlap is often where the friction will lie.
Okay.
So to discuss that area of overlap openly is essential. And that way, really, you're looking at a good marriage to be able to come as a result of trading rather than trading creating a rift.
So my wife's got a very, very good strategy. She says what's mine is hers and what hers is hers.
I think that sounds spectacular.
And it works very well. It's worked for 30 odd years now.
That's good. Everybody understands the rules?
I know the rules well and truly. I just do what I'm told and everything works out beautifully.
That's it.
So I sit down with my partner and I say, darling, I want to learn how to do all these sorts of things.
Yes.
And if she'll come with me to these courses, that's absolutely fantastic.
Right.
And we can learn all these sorts of things together and we can do a mini, a risk profile so that we can agree on it. And then and we can trade together and we can do that together. And if she decides that she wants to do one thing or I want to do another, we agree that person that can go and do that and be happy with the wins and happy with the losses at the same time and live happily ever after.
That's it. Like I've got a member of my mentor program who is here today with his wife. She doesn't want to trade at all, but he's extremely happy to trade and she is supporting him in that. So he has said to her, I need this, this and this from you, and I think that's a beautiful thing. Then everybody's clear on their roles and they know what to expect.
So what you're saying is you've got a male client who believes happy wife, happy life.
You betcha.
Thanks, Louise.
Lovely.
Well, there you have it. I've just been talking to Louise Bedford from Trading Game, and we've been talking about happy wife, happy life, or should I say, making sure that your partner is happy with how you're trading. Thanks for watching Dollars with Sense here at the Trading and Investing Expo.